Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure and subscribe, hit the like button, and make sure that you do the notification bell. I'm going to take my hammer, my glitter, my glass iridescent chunks, a glue gun, some glue sticks, Modge Podge, some resin, X-Acto knife, glass cutter, dry erase marker, and some gloves. I'm gonna make this beautiful cheese tray dupe from Anthropologie. So I just got a frame piece of glass from a frame and a print off of a photograph I just printed off from CVS. And we can use whatever rock cutting you like. Some mini cups to mix in my resin. And let's get started. So I'm going to start off first by putting the print underneath the piece of glass and just making sure that it's right to the very, very edge, because that'll alleviate some of the glass that we actually have to cut. Next, I'm going to take my dry erase marker. I'm just going around the outside of the gem cutting. If you mess up, it's super easy just to kind of wipe off and start all over again. This is going to give you a good kind of guideline of where to trace and where to cut with your glass cutter. So grab your glass cutter. I'm going to be using the front part to cut it and then the back little ball to hit off the glass pieces after they're cut. So all you want to do is just use that guideline and go around it with your glass cutter. Of course, it's not like super perfected, like a perfect oval. It is very kind of jagged and it just looks more organic that way. Then once you're done cutting it, you just go around and hit off the chunks that you've cut. The little ball wasn't quite strong enough, so I went in with the hammer. However, I did end up breaking my glass by using the hammer, so I wouldn't suggest this. Now you're going to take the piece of glass that you just cut and place it over the top of the photograph of the gemstone that you chose. And then just making sure and cutting right along the edge of the glass there. Next, you're going to go in with the Modge Podge. You want to get a nice good coating all over the piece of glass and make sure you bring it all the way out to the edge of the glass. So the print that we're going to put now on the top of the glass, make sure it sticks all the way out to the edge. Smooth it out with my little paint sponge there. And again, I'm using the Modge Podge. I'm placing the photograph of the stone for my cheese tray on top of the Modge Podge to press it down and secure it. Again, make sure you get it right out to those edges. Once you have it nice and secured, you can grab your glue gun, and this is what you're going to use to build the wall, if you will, around the outside of the photograph. So once you pour your resin, it's not going to leak all over the place. And you might need to actually go around the picture of the stone a few times just to make sure that you have a tall enough wall, again, so the resin doesn't leak out. Now I'm taking the piece and actually going around the outside of the piece to make sure that all the glass is covered up so it's not sharp or dangerous. This is pretty much what you are left with. Now I am going to go in with my resin. Once this dries, you want to give it just a few minutes for the hot glue to actually dry down. And again, I'm going to grab my resin. This does take a little bit of time. I need the cups that come with the resin. I just chose a to-go cup to mix the resin in, and of course you want to use some glasses. Little mini plastic cups and gloves. So I'm going in, I poured in the A and then the B. Now I'm mixing it together. You want to mix for at least 3 to 4 minutes. I'm setting aside for 10 minutes after I've mixed the two together so there's no bubbles. I'm pouring it on, and Wait for it. I dropped my brand new camera into the resin, no big deal. Now I'm grabbing the resin with the glitter, and I'm actually starting off to the outside of, I don't know if you noticed where the iridescent-esque part is on the stone and kind of pulling it through to the center. Now I'm adding those iridescent glass shards to the center of the piece as well. Great way to kind of upcycle any glass shards. This is what it looks like after the resin has dried. I went ahead and did one more layer of the resin as well, and then I'm going around the outside of the top part and melting down the resin. I'm going to paint it with gold paint on the outside as well, and just kind of going back and making it look more rock-esque. This is what it looks like, guys, with the paint. Make sure if you like what you saw, you subscribe, hit the like button, and you can see more fun DIYs. Thank you.